And now on to our main topic of the week. Indonesia's digital economy has grown rapidly during the last 10 years amid the exponential growth in e-commerce. The rapid growth in the country's digital economy is a testament to the adaptability of the Indonesian people to the digital transformation.
Indonesia, the largest economy in Southeast Asia, has seen a tremendous growth in its digital economy in recent years. The large young population that is digital savvy has contributed to the rapid growth in the digital economy, coupled with the relatively high mobile penetration that has facilitated the frequent use of e-commerce and social media sites to buy and sell products and services. The rapid growth in the digital economy is also possible due to the government's strong commitment to introduce supportive policies, especially in pushing for the digital transformation in the country. Currently, Indonesia has more than 2,000 startups, 2 decacorns, and at least 8 unicorns. Startups with the highest growth are mostly in the on-demand services, financial technology, and e-commerce sectors. According to the latest survey, Indonesia's digital economy is set to maintain its upward trajectory until 2030, with a projected value ranging from 220 billion US dollars, or about 3,492 trillion rupees, to 360 billion US dollars. The total value of Indonesia's digital economy is estimated to reach 82 billion US dollars, or about 1,307 trillion in 2023, based on gross merchandise value or GMV projections throughout the year, according to Economy C 2023 research study conducted by Google, Temasek, and Bain & Company. The survey indicates that Indonesia's economic growth is still predicted to rise higher than the regional average and will become the main driver of digital economic growth this year. The online travel sector experienced the highest growth compared to the previous year. Indonesia's online travel GMV is projected to grow from 3 billion US dollars in 2022 to 6 billion US dollars in 2023. The compound annual growth rate, or CAGR, of this sector is projected to increase 21% to 9 billion US dollars by 2025. Indonesia's digital economy has demonstrated robust growth since 2019, even in the face of financial challenges resulting from reduced venture capital investments in tech startups during 2021 and 2022. The increase in the country's unicorns has also contributed to the rapid growth in the country's digital economy. A total of 8 Indonesian technology startups have recently earned the prestigious title of unicorn companies, denoting a market valuation of at least $1 billion, according to the technology market intelligence firm CB Insights. The Indonesian unicorn companies include the online hotel booking platform Traveloka, valued at 3 billion US dollars, the online lender Akulaku, 2 billion US dollars, fishery farming company eFishery, 1.3 billion US dollars, fintech firm Dana, 1.13 billion US dollars, payment gateway provider Sendit, 1 billion US dollars, investment firm Ajaib, 1 billion US dollars, and the popular coffee shop chain Kopi Kenangan, 1 billion US dollars. Currently, Indonesia has 2 startup companies that have achieved decacorn status with a market valuation of at least 20 billion US dollars. They are GoTo, a result of a merger between Gojek and Tokopedia, and delivery company JNT Express.
With its large young populations and also rising mobile penetrations, Indonesia has become such a fertile ground for digital economy. And today, here are guests this afternoon, Director of Digital Economy at the Center of Economic and Law Studies, or CELIOS of Indonesia, Nailul Huda, will join me for these very conversations. Very good afternoon to you. Thank you for joining us here on Economic Outlook. Mas Nailul.
You're welcome. Mas.
Right. Mas Nailul, just to my first question to you, digital economy here in our country has been growing at a massively rapid rate in the past 5 years, despite the closures of some of the fintech startups in the last couple of years. Can you give us the general overview of the growth of digital economy in our country?
Yes. I think Indonesia digital economy has grown rapidly in recent years, especially in COVID era. In that era, we use many more apps to our activity. Like about the health tech. We communicate with doctor with apps. And our student also install about the education apps. So it pushes our government to adopt online teaching system. But in last 2 years, 2022 until right now, I see the winter of our digital economy ecosystem.
The winter?
Yeah.
Okay. So the winter is coming, you're saying, for the digital economy.
Yeah, the winter is coming for digital economy. You can see about the investment on our digital economy. In 2021, the investment on digital industry in Indonesia was I forget 146 trillion.
Okay.
Trillion.
That's a massive number there.
Yeah. But in 2022 it dropped until 60 trillion rupiah.
Okay.
So it dropped.
That's more than 50%.
Yeah, 50%.
Yeah, that is a massive cost. However, it goes without saying, Mas Nailul, that the e-commerce has given the largest contribution to the growth of digital economy of the country, such as the platform of digital and online shopping that has significantly helped small and medium enterprises to market their goods and services. Do you agree with this opinion?
Yeah, e-commerce, the contribution of e-commerce on our digital economy is 70%. It's high, very high.
Yeah.
It's very high. E-commerce also influence on other sector. You know about the online payment, logistic, and other sector influenced by e-commerce. And also the SME actors. If you know, I have several discuss with the SME actors who have make their sales on e-commerce. They said about they can boost their market with e-commerce. They can sell their goods to Papua, to Kalimantan, to Sumatra with e-commerce. Before they use e-commerce, they face the struggling condition to market their goods to Papua and the other province outside of Java. So I think e-commerce have a big contribution to our SME sector.
Wow. So on the topic of e-commerce, Mas Nailul, one of the biggest ones out there, TikTok, is set to restart its e-commerce business in the country following a merger with Tokopedia, also a giant here in the country, hexacorn for that matter. Do you think that the reopening of TikTok and its shop will have a positive impact on our SMEs, small medium enterprises that we know has been used on a large scale for these businesses, and often these applications are considered a big threat for our SMEs?
Yeah, the data said that TikTok and other social media apps have a big contribution on SME sales and on businessman sales. You know about the BBS data said that 64% of their sales, they use the social media ways to share their good. So in my data, they can promote in social media also, and promoting in social media is cheaper than they promote in other media like television, newspaper, and the others.
So the operational cost is lower, the prices are cheaper for consumers.
Yeah, the price is cheaper for consumer, and it is the importance of social media. Selling in social media is easier than e-commerce. You know, you also just take a photo and you upload it on your social media feed. You can sell. The buyer can ask the question on the conversation or the post photo you post and the deal, and you get the deal for the goods. So we see TikTok and other social media is important to our SME sector, and also if we have the apps of TikTok, we can also see the back end of TikTok sales right now is a Tokopedia system. You can see Tokopedia system in TikTok.
So it's integrated within the applications. Mas Nailul, do you think that our government needs to establish a special agency, let's say, to help small and medium enterprises to open and manage their market platform so they can be able to get the maximum benefits for the growing e-commerce of the nations, aside from all of these available gigantic platforms already?
We need Digital Economy Act, actually.
Digital Economic Act.
Digital Economy.
What does that entail?
Yeah, you know, our digital economy right now is spirited to several ministry to roll it. You know, e-commerce is in ministry role, and then red hailing in information and so in Kemenhub,
The Ministry of Transportation.
Yeah, Ministry of Transportation, and there are
hailing services, the Gojek and the Grab and all the similar services.
So they are not a strong act. You know about the also Permendak. This is the lower of our undang-undang.
Right.
Yes. So we need to boost our digital economy with Digital Economy Act. So I think we have just have the white paper of digital economy ecosystem, but I think it's not enough to boost our digital economy ecosystem. And if we have a Digital Economy Act as undang-undang, I think we can talk about the Digital Economy Ministry, like in Thailand.
Digital Economy Ministry, a specific ministerial duty dedicated to digital economy. That's interesting.
All of digital economy issue will be a role in Digital Economy Ministry.
Right, so that's from Thailand already established. Let's look over to the European continent, because as we know, Mas Nailul, European Union recently introduced the Digital Markets Act, DMA, to prevent large online platforms from monopoly practices, particularly acts of abusing their market power. Do you think that Indonesia also needs this particular policy and similar act to protect our small market platforms?
Actually, we have a Competition Act, Undang-Undang Number 5, 1999. Yes, it's about the competition, but we didn't have about specifically for digital market. So the DMA in Europe give a strong act of market competition on digital economy industry. It will give fairness competition of big techno to make a contribution for small, big techno firm. So it's good if Indonesia adopt it. But I think it will be good if Indonesia has a digital economy act before we talk about digital market act. And you know, like I said before, because our digital economy is separated into the several stakeholder.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know about the fintech, it can be taken by OJK.
Right.
And then you, as said before, e-commerce in Trade Ministry and the others. So we must have a comprehensive act for our digital economy.
Right.
And Digital Market Act will be included in that. So
Right.
it is
Incorporated within the regulations.
Yes.
On another topic, still related to that, you mentioned OJK, because the country's fintech startups, as we know, both peer-to-peer lending and also the fintech lending, Mas Nailul, have also grown rapidly here in the country. However, the illegal lending platforms have caused such calamity, such turmoil in our country as well as many problems to the society. Do you think that there's sufficient protections to our borrowers in the country?
Yeah. Fintech P2P lending also have a positive impact here, Mas.
Yeah.
So
it's highly needed.
Yeah,
highly risky as well.
Yeah. Because our people is, I think, more than 50% is unbanked and underbanked society.
Unbankable.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They didn't have access to our bank system.
Right.
Illegal activity in digital eras such as pinjol, as fintech P2P lending, or investment, illegal investment also, happen because of two reasons. The first is our digital literacy is still low. Right. Literacy is still low. Digital ranking of our knowledge of Indonesia was 64 out of 64 countries. We have lowest
That's
ranking.
not very good, is it? That's not very good.
It's very good. So they cannot filtering the information about the, about the fintech P2P lending, about the investment. They consume the wrong information about it.
Yeah.
So they just have the information about fintech P2P lending have lower interest.
All right.
But in the fact, the digital P2P lending have a higher interest rate rather than bank. Yeah.
So that's where the trap is.
So this is they're very strong information they have to consume to our people.
Right. On the bankable sides, Mas Nailul, the NPL, the non-performing loans in the country is also rising. Do you think it's caused by the weak regulation as well?
I see, no. Since November in 2022, I told our other journalists about the rest of NPL of P2P lending. Especially in young borrower of the P2P lending, NPL is also rising, and about the right now is very high NPL on young borrower of P2P lending. So I also said that the non-performing loan at the edge is rising, and the average of young debt is P2P lending in July 20 and 22 was
July last year.
Yeah, okay. July last year. Yeah. 2.5 million. BPS data said that the average for young wage, was 2 million. So I think
it's not enough salary to repay.
And I think it was the biggest contribution of our NPL on P2P lending. It was on young age, and it's very dangerous for our fintech P2P lending industry.
All right. Well, apparently that is all the time that we have for this conversation. I'd like to express my gratitude. Thank you, the Director of Digital Economy at Center of Economic and Law Studies, CELIOS of Indonesia, Mas Nailul Huda, for your insights and your time on Economic Outlook. Thank you again.
Yeah, you're welcome.